All right, that's probably a little better. Today we're going to solve a system of three equations. So, all right, so we are going to use what we've learned while we solve the system of two equations. So I'm going to do number 9, that's on your worksheet. Negative 6r plus 5s plus 2t equals negative 11. Negative 2r plus s plus 4t equaling negative 9, and 4r minus 5s plus 5t equaling negative 4. All right, so we're going to call these equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. So step 1 is to take equation 1 and equation 2 and get rid of one variable. I don't care which one, the r, the s, or the t, we don't care. So I'm going to rewrite the first two equations. And here we go. So, hold on, it's a little bit blurry. There we go. So here are my first two equations. I can get rid of, you know what, I'm going to get rid of the r's. I'm just going to multiply the second one by a negative 3. This way I'll have a negative 6 and a positive 6. So equation 1 stayed the same. Equation 2 now becomes 6r minus 3s minus 12t equaling to 27. Now I'm going to add both of them together. As you see, we eliminated the r's. We have 2s minus 10t equaling to 16. I'm calling this new equation here equation number 4. All right, step 2. Now you're going to take equation number 2 and equation number 3 and get rid of the same variable that you did over here. Since I got rid of r, in this step, I need to get rid of r. So let me rewrite equations 2 and 3 again. Here's negative 2r plus s plus 4t equals negative 9. 4r equals to negative 4, and I need to get rid of the r's. That's simple enough. If I multiply this top one by 2, I get those 4's, one negative, one positive. So I'm going to multiply this by 2. So now your top equation becomes negative 4r plus 2s plus 8t equals negative 18. I didn't do anything to the bottom, so I'm going to rewrite that. And as you see, we got rid of that same variable as the one we did. So we end up with negative 3s plus 13t equals negative 22. I'm going to call this new equation equation 5. So we take the first two, get rid of a variable. We take the last two, we get rid of the same variable. Our new answers now, that's our step 3. In step 3, you take equation 4 and 5, and you get rid of one of those variables. And again, we don't care which one. So I'm going to rewrite equation 4, 2s minus 10t equals 16. Equation 5, negative 3x plus 13t equals negative 22. And I need to get rid of one of these variables. Well, I'm going to get rid of s. I'm going to multiply the top by 3 and the bottom by 2. This way, this gives me a positive 6 and a negative 6 for the s's. So multiplying 3 at the top, we end up with 6x minus 30t equals to 48. Multiply 2 at the bottom, negative 6s plus 26t equals to negative 44. As you see, we eliminated the s's. Negative 30 and 26 is negative 4t. 48 and negative 44 is a positive 4. So t happens to be negative 1. Okay. So now I know what t is. Now I need to go back to either equation 4 or 5 and plug in t to solve for s. So that's step 4. Choose either 4 or 5 and plug in. And it really doesn't matter. We know what t is. T is negative 1. So either you choose 4 or you choose 5. I'm going to choose 4. So we have 2s minus 10 times negative 1 equals 16. 2s plus 10 equals 16. 2s is equal to 6, subtracting 10. So s is equal to 3. All right, so now I got what s is. I know what t is. I got what s is. Now I can use t and s and go back and choose either 1, 2, or 3 and plug in s and t to solve for r. So I am going to choose number 3. So step 5, choose 1 or 2 or 3 and plug in. All right, so I chose number 3. So that was 4r minus 5 times s. Well, we know s is 3. Plus 5 times t. We know t is negative 1, equaling to negative 4. So we have 4r minus 15 minus 5 equals negative 4. 4r minus 20 equals negative 4. 4r equals to 16. So r is equal to 4. So here are my 3 solutions, r, s, and t. And since my equation has started with r, then s, then t, my solution should be in that format, r, s, and t. So our solution is 4, 3, negative 1. Okay. And don't forget, I also showed you in class how to use the apps button on your calculator. So if you go to apps and then you go to Polysim 2, and then you can do number 2, which is equation solver, and make sure you go to number 3 for equations and 3 unknowns, and just plug in your numbers and it will solve it for you. I'm going to do one more with you because sometimes this might happen. Not all the time the solutions are going to be there for you. I am going to do number 8 with you from your worksheet. It has 5a plus 5b plus 5c equals to negative 20. Then I have 4a plus 3b plus 3c equaling negative 6. Then I have negative 4a plus 3b plus 3c equaling to 9. Again, equation 1, 2, and 3. All right, here we go. Step 1. 1 and 2. Okay, So I'm going to take those first two, 5a plus 5b, and 4a plus 3b plus 3. See, use all the space like I did here so people can see what you're doing. Not just like, oh, magically we went from from here, oh, the answer is here. That can't happen. You need to show this work, okay? And no, I'm sorry. I know you can use a calculator, but for right now, I need to see the work. You can use the calculator to check your work. I'm gonna get rid of A. So I'm gonna multiply the top by 4, the bottom by 5. And I notice that they're both positive, so I'm gonna make one negative. I'm gonna make the top a negative. Again, that's your choice. So we end up with negative 20a, and again, I just chose A. You can choose A, B, or C. I just chose A. Minus 20c equals to 80. The bottom multiplying by 5, I got 20a plus 15b plus 15c equaling negative 30. A's are gone. Negative 5b minus 5c is equal to 50. So that's equation 4. Step 2. Equation 2 and 3. 4a plus 3b plus 3c is negative 6. Negative 4a plus 3b plus 3c is equal to 9. And if I need to take out the a, as you see, a is already one positive, one negative, so all I have to do is just actually add them together. So those are gone. 6b plus 6c is equaling to 3. So here's equation 5. Step 3, take 4 and 5. Okay. So we have negative 5b minus 5c is equal to 50. 6b plus 6c is equal to 3. I'm going to get rid of the b's. Multiply by 6 the top, multiply 5 at the bottom. So we end up with negative 30b minus 30c equals to 300. The bottom, we end up with 30b plus 30c equaling to 15. And when you add them together, you notice that both b's and c's, and we get 0 equaling to 315. Well, that's a false statement. When that happens, then we say there is no unique solution or no solution, because this is false. Anyways, when I delete b, I should end up with one variable in order for me to move on to the next step. But here, both variables are gone, and this is a false statement. Hence, this is a no solution. Okay. So that's all there is to the solving systems as you go this procedure. I would like you to do numbers 10 through 16 even, so those are the 4 problems, and upload them to the Google Classroom. All right, guys. Bye.